Happy Friday, Gators. Today is May 1, 2020. I'm Mr. Duschel coming to you from Washington, D.C. Today's special co-host is the lovely Mrs. Pierpoint. Welcome to the show, Mrs. Pierpoint.
Thank you, Mr. Duschel. Hello to Mr. Duschel and also hello to all you College Gardens Gators out there. So I'm Mrs. Pierpoint and I teach 4th grade here at College Gardens. And just a little known fact, I am one of the original Gators. Well, back then we were the Vikings though. So I went to College Gardens when I was a kid. And today I am broadcasting to you from my home in Alexandria, Virginia.
Go Vikings. I always forget that the mascot changed. Thanks for being here. Mrs. Pierpoint, do we have any birthdays at College Gardens today?
Yes, we do. In fact, today is Ms. LeCompte's fabulous birthday. But there are actually no student birthdays today here at College Gardens. And since we're going into the weekend, it's also Mr. Adams' birthday. He will be celebrating his special day over the weekend. And can you believe that we again don't have any student birthdays this weekend? How crazy. But we do hope that both Ms. LeCompte and Mr. Adams have wonderful special days.
Absolutely. Happy birthday to those teachers. Also a shout out for Mr. Adams being an original College Gardens Gator too. Or was it the Vikings then as well?
Probably the Vikings, but he was there with us.
What else is special about May 1?
Well, today is May Day. There's a book here about the spring. Today is also Space Day. Buzz Lightyear's here to help me with that. And can you believe it? It's also Batman Day. Go figure. But I am actually going to talk a little bit more about May Day because I don't know about you, but I'm getting that spring fever in the middle of spring here because May Day does actually mark that halfway point between spring and summer. And many celebrate with festivals or flowers. Now, have any of you ever heard of a maypole? If you haven't, it's actually a May Day tradition. People hold ribbons and they dance around a pole or a tree trunk in order to decorate it, as you can see in the photograph that's there in the picture. Now, another tradition on May Day is giving May baskets. For that, children will bring baskets made of paper that are filled with flowers to neighbors' homes. Now, it's a surprise though, because when the baskets get dropped off, they knock on the door and run away. So nobody knows who the basket is from, but it's one of those kind of let's show kindness to everyone and give May baskets to each other.
That's a great way to also keep practicing social distancing during this time.
There you go. Now, in case you were wondering at all how you can sort of take action in order to celebrate May 1st, here are some ideas. These are all ideas that are related to May Day and also Space Day as well, because I think that's a really neat day to really think about science and engineering and all of that. So try to build a model rocket or learn information about your favorite launch, or even look for the International Space Station as it's orbiting the Earth.
I'm going to be on the lookout today. Thank you for those ideas, Mrs. Pierpoint. Before we end today, we have to give some shout outs. Those students that are getting those IB stickers virtually during this time, the first one I came across was Jacob H. He was sent a sticker by Mrs. Carroll for being a communicator. He has been turning in all of his work and being a great communicator during those live Zoom sessions. Congratulations, Jacob, well done. Take the next one, Mrs. Pierpoint.
All right, well, first, congratulations to Jacob, but then I also have one that Kamani earned in Ms. Rueda's class. He was sent one for being an inquirer. He asks great questions in live Zoom meetings, and he also joins in on the office hours. Great job to Kamani.
And great job to you, Mrs. Pierpoint, for being on the announcements. Thank you for taking the time. I loved having you here. For all the Gators, I hope you learned something new today. Send us away, Mrs. Pierpoint.
All right. First of all, thank you so much for having me. And I hope that everyone has both a fantastic Friday and an amazing weekend. The weather I hear is supposed to be amazing, so enjoy it if you can.